Hello friends, this is Showman from Oil and Gas Field Quality Control. Today we will discuss about the types of pipeline. As per the heading of my video, you can see 15 types of pipelines. This is actually to highlight, the types can be more or less. When I discuss, you will understand. Let us start with some introduction of pipeline. A pipeline is a system of pipes designed to convey fluids like oil, natural gas, or other petrol-based products over long distances. Frequently underground, or it can be above ground also. It is a vital part of modern civilization that has now been utilized for centuries for the movement of the water. It required years and requires many surveys and studies and plans to be completed to establish a comprehensive plan that addresses the cultural, formative, ecological, and security considerations important to build the pipeline. They can offer reduction in cost in view of more limited and more direct routes than roads or open channels. Construction and development of pipelines, particularly for large-scale water supply or petroleum projects, and huge multidisciplinary activities that include the investment of a large amount of cash and different assets. Different components used in pipeline. A pipeline is a framework that comprises pipes, fittings, and also valves and joints, pumps, blowers or compressor and account of gas pipelines, boosting stations, transitional pumping station put along the pipeline to house the pumps and blowers, storage facilities associated to the pipe, flow meters and different sensors, automatic control equipment including PCs and a communication system that utilizes microwaves, cables and satellite. Special pipelines that transport cryogenic fluid like liquefied natural gases and liquefied carbon dioxide should have refrigeration frameworks to keep the fluid in the pipeline beneath critical temperature. Okay, now let us discuss about the different types of pipelines based on pipe manufacturing material. Selection and choice of material of the pipe depends on the design of the pipeline. Interior and external forces, jointing and laying techniques, their strength, and the recurrence of maintenance. Number one in this category is cast iron pipeline. These pipelines are generally produced from grey cast iron, from which coatings and linings are applied to further improve corrosion resistance. These kinds of lines have been broadly utilized in the past. Today, ductile iron pipelines, which are better than cast iron pipelines, are generally utilized. Such a pipeline type is reasonable for the transmission of water, gas, and also for sewage. Steel pipeline. Steel pipes are utilized for water pipelines. Large diameter and measurement pipes can be manufactured from steel and can be reached out over large distances. Plastic pipeline. Most part utilized for the transmission of water over long distances. Plastic pipelines have incredible resistance to abrasion and chemical impact are not difficult to deal with. Added to that, their lightweight makes it simple for the workers to lay and adjust according to the need. But as a disadvantage, they have low tensile strength and show poor performance during temperature fluctuation. Now, concrete pipeline. Concrete pipelines are manufactured from well sheet steel with jointing surfaces and cement. It is specially suited for large diameter pipelines extending over significant distances. Concrete pipes are an appropriate decision or choice for transmission of water. Concrete pipes are regularly wide in diameter. The best use of water transmission over long distances, despite the fact that they can be transport different liquid. Now, division based on pipe function. The types can be transmission pipeline, shipping unrefined petroleum or crude oil, NGLs, natural gas, and refined products for long and significant distances across countries and continents is utilized. Transmission pipeline sizes are generally greater than 10-inch. Collection pipeline. Collection pipelines convey oil or gas products from the wells in the ground to the oil batteries or petroleum gas processing center. The diameter varies from 101 mm to 304 mm. Distribution pipeline. Shipping natural gases to homes and businesses is utilized in distribution pipelines. The size of the distribution pipeline ranges over 12.7 mm to 152.4 millimeter. Based on the service carried by the pipeline, the types can be water pipeline. It is utilized to transfer water from treatment plants to the buildings. Such pipelines are installed underground, a few meters underneath the cities and roads, and the requirement of protection against accidental damage. These pipelines can be produced from steel, ductile iron, and cement. Wastewater pipeline. They are utilized to transport wastewater, which is composed of high percentage of water and a small percentage of solid and strong wastes. These pipes can be produced from concrete, PVC, cast iron, or clay in view of the pressure in the pipe and different circumstances. The size of the pipeline are constructed by short of material and pressure in the pipe. Gas pipeline. Pipelines are the only practical means of transportation of natural gas over land since, for example, trucks and trains are considerably expensive. Gas collection and transmission lines are made of steel, while most distribution lines utilize flexible plastic pipes which are not difficult to lay and do not corrode. Number 4 is petroleum oil pipeline. It is manufactured from steel for which outside coating and cathodic protection are applied to decline outer corrosion. Oil pipelines are joined together by welding. There are two kinds of oil pipeline. To be specific, crude oil pipeline, which transports crude oil to the refineries, and product pipeline that covers refined product like gasoline to the market. Crude oil and some oil-based product moving through pipelines frequently contain a small amount of added substances to lessen internal corrosion of pipes and decline energy loss. Oil pipelines only use steel pipe without lining but with the outer coating and cathodic protection to minimize the external corrosion. Slurry pipeline. The mining industry and dredging use slurry pipelines. This slurry is a combination of solid particles and a liquid, generally water. The particles can range in size from 4 inches to less than 1/1000th of an inch. At the point when solid particles in the liquid are small and finely ground, the combination is called fine slurry, and when the particles are larger, it is called coarse slurry. Generally, the mining industry has utilized pipeline to transport mine waste in slurry form to disposal or removal site. Using water as a fluid, dredging additionally utilizes a slurry pipeline. The sand, gravel, or soil dredged from a river is frequently pumped with water through a pipeline to a building or construction site for a distance of up to a few miles. Alcohol pipeline. These are not so common pipelines, yet there are some alcohol pipeline in some countries. The main concern which shipping or transporting alcohol is that it is corrosive substance. Also, there can be some impurities in the pipeline that can influence or affect the alcohol whenever it is delivered. Initially, copper pipes were utilized, which is an optimal material for transporting beer due to its antimicrobial properties. Pneumatic pipeline. Pneumatic pipelines, additionally called pneumotransport, transport solid particles involving air as a carrier medium. Since air is free and exists all over the place and on the ground, that is, does not wet or react chemically with most solids. So, pneumotransport is preferred to hydrotransport for most cargoes in any place the transportation distance is short. Owing to high energy consumption and abrasiveness to pipes and materials, pneumatic pipelines are normally adopted for distances maximum 100 feet or 100 meters. Large diameter pneumatic pipeline can be utilized economically for longer distances, at times in excess of a mile or a kilometer. There are two general types of pneumatic pipelines. The first utilizes suction lines, which make a pull or vacuum in the line by placing the compressor or blower close to the downstream end of the line. The line operates like a vacuum cleaner. And the subsequent type is pressure lines, which have compressors and blower located close to the upstream end. This makes or creates a pressure in the line that drives the air and the solids through the pipe. Pressure lines are utilized for longer distances where solids concentrated at one location are transported to a few separate locations utilizing a solitary blower or compressor. The last one, based on the service, is capsule pipeline. Capsule pipeline transport cargo in capsules propelled by a fluid moving through a pipeline. Precisely when the fluid or liquid is air or another gas, the advancement is called pneumatic capsule pipeline, in short PCP, and when water or another liquid is used, it is named as hydraulic capsule pipeline or HCP. Owing to the low density of air, capsules in PCP cannot be suspended via air at ordinary speeds. All things being equal, the capsules and wheeled vehicles rolling through the pipeline. So guys, we discussed already the types of pipeline based on their service and based on their use, and you find the different categories of pipeline. I hope that refreshed your knowledge. Now let us finish it with some general topic of pipeline. Advantages of pipeline. They are ideally suited to move or transport liquids and gases. Pipeline can be laid through difficult territories as well as underwater. It includes extremely low energy consumption. It needs next to no maintenance. Pipelines are safe and secure, accident-free and ecological, and environment-friendly also. Some disadvantages of pipeline: it is not flexible. That is, it tends to be utilized exclusively for few fixed points. Its capacity cannot be increased whenever it is laid. Making security plans for pipeline is troublesome. Underground pipelines won't be quickly fixed in case of any leak. Thank you guys. If you like my video, please do not forget to subscribe my channel and share it with your friends. Signing off, Showman.